fucking thing.
All right, we got 11 minutes. I just threw up the starting soon.
Yeah, in 5 minutes, what I'll do is I'll hit the record button over here. It shouldn't kick us live until our time slot. But what they said is I could hit the button early, and it would just go right into it. Like, it would kick right to our...
to our show.
At our time slot. It'll automatic.
Gotcha.
Why am I not able to click on that fucking... I don't want to pick fucking games, you piece of shit. Fuck you, Twitch. I'll follow E3. Let's move on. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
You gotta go over the there. A little higher. There you go. That way you're like anonymous. It's like a cheap version of anonymous.
Just done already. For the love of fucking Christ. There
Jesus.
we go. I need to bring up the YouTube.
The yellow tape measure.
I was wondering if it was green or yellow.
Yeah, it's that fucking iridescent fucking yellow. Like, you can see it a little bit more down towards the edge of it.
Yeah. Whenever it's glaring, yeah.
It's my Fat Max. This is the one. My girl came in here playing with the fucking tape measure the other day. She was standing at the door and she's like, I'm going to hit you with this tape measure. And she starts stretching it out. Well, my Fat Max is made to do that. Like, to actually solo measure shit. And she didn't have one of those. She had like a Stanley. It was one of the thin ones, and it got like 3 feet out, and it just fell over. And she started backing up, and I had her backed up like almost 12 feet away, and I'm still sitting there going tap, tap, tap. I can do this all day. This fucking thing right here, I think I can go 16 feet almost before it really wants to start breaking. So
That's pretty nice.
Oh, dude. I mean, I was doing commercial work, working on fucking high rises and shit like that. So occasionally you didn't want to put two guys over the edge of a building to find out how long the surface was going to be that you needed to put shit on. It was like, all right, well, let's just fucking send this guy with this tape measure and fucking blam. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 12 foot floor. Holler up like 3 floors above you.
Trying to get the goddamn motherfucker piece of goddamn shit. Eight minutes. Restream chat is being a bitch.
Generally. Like I told you.
The app is fucking locking up. So I'm not going to be able to follow all the chats. Yeah, the Restream chat app is just being trash. Yeah, I have all 3 streams up on my 3rd monitor, but...
Yeah, that's the only way you can keep up with all of that, is having them all actually pulled up.
But the Restream chat program I use will connect to all of them if I can just get it to fucking load and not freeze.
Yeah. Like I said, Webb's been going through it for weeks. We've been using Restream. I go through a Restream broadcast to do the eBay Bro Show on OBS, but I don't use the
I don't
chat
have time to fucking...
I got so aggravated with the chat that I just stopped. I undownloaded it I removed it from my machine completely and was like, fuck that chat.
I've never had any fucking problems with it. It's just being a total bitch right now.
That's because you got something to do in 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, precisely. And I can't watch all 3 goddamn fucking streams at the same time. I'm going to be sitting over here just clicking through back and forth to see who's saying shit. If anyone even watches or says anything, so...
Well, the good part about it is like I say, we're focused mainly on, we're broadcasting through Ironic Radio, and we'll be able to, do our show. That's where I'm going to engage our first thing.
This is like our first origin story.
Yeah, let's see how we talk. Let's, enjoy our conversation. Let's, let the flow of it all go. Just remember.
You need to have that on standby every now and then.
Dude, I do. It sits right here in front of me. So I can just be like, wait. Just wait.
I was about to say you need to turn it the other way.
Well, it's according to who I'm telling to wait.
Wait.
All right, wait for it. Hold on. Talk about time travel or interdimensional shit. I can always pull this up.
Oh, God.
It's an Osiris. It's kind of time hopping bandit ass he is.
I know. Did you see the way he just put those headphones on his head? Boom! Flip.
I gotta have that flip. That's the only way he's able to talk to us.
It was almost like that whole Thor scene whenever he put that new helmet on.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Just
all right.
I've got 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this button and see what happens. Ba-bam. That should be.
And Restream's being a bitch on connecting to Mixer right now, even though it is the stream is up on Mixer. Restream's being an ass about it.
Yeah, that's usually the only issue I ever see so far through the whole Mixer ordeal is that it's just like, I don't want to fucking show you shit.
All right.
Right, we got 3:45.
So I'll be the. All right, I went ahead and kicked us over to the live scene on the stream. So if anyone's watching, and I don't think anyone is right now, what's up, motherfuckers?
What is up, indeed? Dude, nobody can even see your drink whenever you hold it up because of that fucking...
I'm drinking invisible beer today.
It's one of the finest invisible beers.
Yep, this is all you need is hops, which explains why you cannot see it. We got Radio Land in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. I'm gonna get the fucking mission turned in before we start.
I'm going to link the Twitch into the Discord real quick.
Are you tweeting?
I need to get all that shit going. I have to sign into the Twitter and all that shit.
I need more. I need a laptop, another one. I need another freaking. I need a tablet.
All right.
Because right now I have so many pages up right now.
Yep, I need more monitors.
I told Megan this morning, I'm like, I'm thinking about moving Luna out to the living room and just like make that her room, and then I'll just take over her room.
As your office?
Yes.
My office actually is my childhood bedroom.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now that I is the master, I get the master bedroom. So even though.
Even though.
Don't want to add a fucking phone number, so fuck you.
Right in your scrawny little kneecap. Yep. What I want to do.
Can't even see him right now. I don't think you can. At least on my end, I can't.
What?
My scrawny little kneecap.
Oh no, we're not talking about your scrawny little kneecap. We got 55 seconds before we should be live on Radio Land. I'm waiting to see what connection status is going to say over here.
All right.
Uberly intrigued on how this is. Okay.
Well, just to let you know, Megan's not here to wake me up.
Oh no. We don't have any smelling salts either.
There's nobody to fucking issue those.
We got.
What am I supposed to do? Have like 50 fucking smelling salts like out fucking on standby?
We got 15 seconds.
Why is my phone being a piece of shit now? What the fuck, electronics?
10 seconds.
Seriously, dude.
That was a weird look. Was it a look that I should be concerned about?
I don't know. I'm trying to sort this out right now. Both that's not connected. Oh, hey, guess what? This is the Angry Dandelion podcast test episode 0.0.5. And here you are. This is us. We are you.
What's up?
I mean, let's introduce the guys here. First off, I am one of 3 hosts that we'll have on this show that you'll get to tune into us regularly on Wednesdays from 8 to 10 here on Ironic Radio. And to my left, I have the one, the only Super Cammy Guru, and to my right, I have Sewn Together. Got us? If you want to, give everybody a kind of brief little introduction of yourself and let them know who you are.
Go ahead, Guru.
Like to play games. Yeah, about it. Drink. Have a good time. Bullshit.
Yeah, I gamer as well, PC hardware enthusiast, and chef. That's what I do, and I drink too much and buy everybody drinks at the bars because that was my yesterday.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about the details on that one. It's always good to have a small bar to go to when you decide to buy everybody at the bar drinks.
Yep.
Instead of a packed house, you don't want to walk into a bar with like 30, 60 people and go, around.
Yeah, no, there was only like 12 people. I only spent $75 at the bar last night. That's not too bad.
Oh, right. Well, at least everybody there got a good one on you, and I'm sure they were really happy about it as well. Nobody likes turning down free booze.
Yep.
Oh, hell no. Like I said, you would have had me right there along with you being... Is he going to buy us more if we sit here and talk to him a little bit longer?
See how many drinks I can throw out of the guy.
Yeah. This fucking fat sucker.
He just came in here and was like, all right, there's 12 of you guys. Everybody gets a drink.
Precisely.
All right. Well, fellas, the introduction of who we are and what we're going to be. This is going to be a podcast display on Wednesdays, like I said, from 8 to 10 on Ironic Radio. And what we're going to normally be doing is kind of giving you the tech rundown as far as items that we're looking forward to coming out into the tech world, is anything from cameras to cases to GPUs to CPUs to everything else on that level. Also, you're going to get a lot of gaming news from us too, because we all game on a regular basis. We're everywhere, except for PlayStation. Sorry, you're not getting a lot of love out of us. Who knows? Maybe if you decide to kick a little something our way one day, maybe we might have. Aside from that, right now you're getting, it's going to be a lot of Xbox stuff. It's going to be a lot of PC stuff. We're all really enthusiastic moving forward about the development of cross-platform gaming.
Oh, God, yeah.
So you're going to hear a lot out of us out of that. Also, I know that me and Sewn are definitely the drinkers of the group, so expect a large variety of beers and boozes.
Like
from
scotch.
Yeah. Actually, I've got somebody holding a bottle of that right now. Yep, it is the Glenlivet. It's the blue label.
Nice.
But yeah, so you're going to get a lot of alcohol content out of this as well, just as much as we pull out of the bottom of whatever glass or bottle that we're drinking out of that day. So definitely
scraping the bottom of that.
Yeah, definitely look forward to that. I don't know, guys. I mean, what you got going on in the world that's interesting you right now?
Started playing that vampire game yesterday. It's you're a vampire. That's about as far as I've really gotten into it. Got the story a little bit, but
yeah, it sounded like you were having fun with it yesterday.
Hell yeah, dude! Just going around eating people. You like find clues and shit to like be able to suck people's blood. You have to lure them in, and then you can eat them. Why not? I mean,
that's a little weird though that you have to find clues before you can eat them.
Well, I think. I was going to say, I think the most interesting part about being in the game world seems to be is it's critical thinking. You can't just walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, I'm a vampire."
Yeah.
You've got to possess a little bit of finesse about how you go about getting your victims, so to speak. As long as you're not one of those bottom feeders that just runs around the city grabbing rats.
You can do that too. Actually, I fed off a rat yesterday. But yeah, you find out clues. You get sources of information on particular people around you, and that in turn can lead you to feed off them, and that's how you gain XP, is feeding off of people from finding those clues. That's about as much as I know right now. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit of it after the show. So,
is it like Skyrim at all, where they know you're a vampire even though you haven't done anything to classify yourself as that?
It's not really open worldish like that. It's a story driven RPG. So, I need to dive into it a little bit deeper. But
yeah, some people have been comparatively turning it into Vampire the Masquerade kind of remastered. Saying that it really caters to that fan base. If we really enjoyed that game, the way that game played, and a lot of our older PC people are going to know all about it. It was definitely story driven, where it's not senseless killing, and it's also one of the very few games where you're not hunting vampires and slaying thousands of vampires. This is strategically being a vampire and working your way through just kind of the survival of your species.
I'll pull up
get a little bit of gameplay for everybody there. Kind of let them get a good look at it. I can't speak for everybody here, but I know all three of us, at least at one point, have been dabbling in some Terra on Xbox. We individually have problems, and I can't speak. Listening to that.
Give me 1 minute.
We definitely have been doing a lot of it here lately. It's been pretty exciting. Diving back into this game. It runs a little bit different on Xbox than it does on my PC, but as we know, me and Stone have spent maybe a little bit more than most people would have on PC in order to have something that can run anything pretty much at ultra settings, wide open in and out the door.
Yeah.
To turn around and play Terra on Xbox is a very, very unique experience due to the fact that it is a graphically intensive game. And it is one that, if you want to say a game that has been brought maybe at the right time to Xbox, if you own an Xbox One, you're not happy with this game right now.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you enjoy playing it because it's what it is, and it's a good MMO for console, and it's a action fighting MMO, so all your combat is a lot more involved than like a WoW would be. And you look at that situation and you think of how graphically intense it is, and you're like, a regular Xbox One, it's just not quite there. The One S, I haven't. So you're running on a One S, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you still not quite there for you on the One S, right?
No, it's real stuttery. and lots of drop frames. I'll be honest with you, it's not fun to play. I mean, I grinded through a good bit with, the other day, but it's just going from my PC to that.
And having all those drop rates.
Yeah, it's kind of boring when.
Yeah,
and it makes combat hard. Anytime you go into an area, there's a massive stutter, and stuff doesn't load in right away. So if I was going to play it any further, it'd be on my PC, but I'm not going to do that. I did order that Xbox One X, so I'll be able to add that to the setup here in my bedroom.
Yeah, what you're eventually going to see once you get that in there is what I've noticed so far. The One X definitely runs the game a whole lot better. It's just about powerful enough to almost say that it's running at peak performance. It's a little rough. It's not the greatest, but it runs 9,000 times better than what it runs over on the original Xbox One. And I'm running it through a day one console too, so it's just like even more. That console's just like all the time going, "Why are you doing this to me?" And it's like, because you're an Xbox One, and I'm supposed to be able to do this to you. Anything else that you've been diving into? Really hardcore, either of y'all? Aside from, I know, like I said, all of us are playing Terra, but
yeah, pretty much just been playing the heck out of Terra. Before that, we were all playing Sea of Thieves during the Hungering Deep event, which was pretty fun to a certain degree. I know some of us had a little bit of issues with it.
Yeah, what do you mean, man? Talking like the quest didn't run right and had to rerun the whole fucking quest. We probably would have been the first people done. Yeah, we would have been
2.5 times.
I heard you. Yeah, I was going to say it was almost 3 times that he had to run the quest in order to get to the final part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was definitely having no good times during that process at all. Yeah, but once we got to it, it was pretty interesting seeing how building up a team and going out there and trying to actually fight this thing, and it was pretty fun. I mean, the next day, I think, Thump, we ran it 7 times. We kept on trying to get out of there, and yeah, we kept on trying to get out of there a couple of times, and we were just like basically sitting on the ship bullshitting, and we just had people just come up, see that we already ran it because we'd have the hood ornament on, and they'd be like, "Hey, let's you guys want to go run that sucker again?"
I have to agree with you on that. We did. We ran it like several times over after doing the first one was supposed to be for me and Vex's friend, and we all went in. We did it the first time. We come back and we ran into some more people, and we ran back out. We did it again. We come back. We ran into some more people. Went back. Did it again, and then all of a sudden we ran into these 2 groups. And it was the group that was on the sloop, and then what we called our Canadian shark killers.
Yeah. I remember those guys.
Yeah, oh man, it was hilarious because we run into these people, and we get into this massive combat. We're having a great time. Everybody seems to be just really enjoying themselves. We're like killing things. The shark gets hit for the final shot. He sets up in the water and goes down, and everybody's looking, and me and Guru had went into repair mode because the boat starts taking damage during this fight tremendously, and so it's kind of fight, kind of repair, kind of fight, kind of repair. You never get settled into one role or the other unless you're been strategically placed on you are a repair guy or you are a fighter. And the fight's over. Everybody comes up to the top of the boat, and we're like, yeah, and celebrating, and we look around, and we realize the other 2 boats or their people are not around anymore. They're not on our boat. Their boats aren't in the water nearby. Like, we're it, and it's just our 4 crewmates. And we're like, okay, hello. hello. And they gave us a big bullhorn in the game now, too. So it's like, hello, hello. And no response. And fortunately, though, short time later runs by, like they went running back to the area to try and get back into the fight. We see the SpongeBob sloop come over the corner. It's got big yellow sails as it's just flying into the area. And then we see the Canadian ship roll in from the other side, and we're like, it's a galleon. We're like, all right, so did you guys get the completion for that? Both were like, nope. Damn it. So we're going to run one more. Like, that last kill, literally, none of us even needed, and we got another kill. But all of a sudden, here we are. We run it again. I hop on the flute with what may have been a couple, I'm guessing. He was on he was on the PC. She was on an Xbox. And our captain was like, oh, man, this is going to take too long. Take a galleon to go do it. And these two guys, or this group, this couple, I know how our ship runs when we're all working like a galleon and how fast we can get in the water. These guys were that fast as a sloop. And just kind of like hanging out and talking with them on the way to go grab the quest and come back and get grab the start point basically for it again. You got to grab the song.
Yeah, you guys were like gone and back super freaking quick. Like
I was really impressed because I never had to touch a rigging on that boat at all either. So it was one of those moments where I'm just like, man, look at these guys. I'm just over there playing the drum. I got the
I got you on music, guys. I got you on music.
Look, they've got everything under control. And it was funny because I didn't even really need to be doing that because his girlfriend was on point. Like, she kept the song going the whole time. And they got back and forth that quick. I was like, all right, that's impressive. But it's just another one of those things that speaks to the volumes of like how the Hungering Deep, even though it wasn't as big of a expansion as all of us thought it was going to be, we were expecting some real big event that was probably going to take a couple weeks of content, something that was going to maybe have some, major replayability. And on that level, it did kind of let us down a little bit. But I have to say, it did the one thing for the game that the game developers were really wanting it to do in the first place. And we know what we were. We were pirates. We logged into we pulled our ship's crew together, and the one thing we were going to do was either go out and destroy every ship that we ran into or go out and start kidnapping boats. We weren't working with anybody. We were like, you work with us or we kill you. And that was, we were just raw, staunch pirates. That was our thing. That was what we were going to be.
Yeah.
The Hungering Deep changed the way the game played. We went out with the sole purpose of, hey, you need 5 guys to start this. No boat holds 5 guys.
All right, we got to go out there and try to be civil with somebody and be like, hey.
Everybody had that same idea. You didn't run into that feisty little sloop that was like, look at the big boat. Boom, 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 boom. That guy. You didn't have that guy out there anymore, and it kind of changed the way everybody treated each other on the server, at least during the course of that event. We got another one coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it's this week.
Is it this week?
This week is supposed to be kind of the end of the Hungering Deep. It's either this week or next week. This Tuesday or next Tuesday will be the end of the Hungering Deep kind of push, and we will go into the first event of these new event cycles of what Sea of Thieves is going to be doing. And there's rumor that this is going to be more boats. There's rumor that this is going to be these events are going to have this temporary gear that if you're not part of the event, that you're not going to see it. Everybody had a lot of concern about what happened with the Hungering Deep. Are we going to just play it and it's gone? And it seems to be that if you were part of the Hungering Deep expansion and you didn't go and buy your stuff immediate, don't be worried about saving gold to make sure that you're able to buy these things like during the event or before the event was going on. People were hoarding their gold to make sure they would have enough to be able to buy these things. They said if you participate in the event and you successfully complete the challenges to unlock this gear, that at any point in the future of the game, the gear will be available for you to purchase at the point that you acquire the means to do so. So don't worry about losing any of your completion status as it moves along. But I think it's all going to be like achievement driven, is what we'll see in the future. So if you unlock something and you ain't got the cash on you and the event ends, but you unlock it, it's still going to be there for you to get your hands on instead of...
Yeah, it's not like it will disappear or anything like that.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't go out and efficiently earn their gold. A lot of people just like to go out. I mean, we've been in the game where we've literally just sat back and just watched the ocean. You know,
yep.
I mean, we've literally logged in and all we did was sail around. And if we saw a boat, cool. If we didn't, cool. The Athena missions, they're all over the place. So you just kind of pluck around in the water. You don't really worry about getting to the island. You know what's going to happen when you go there. There's going to be a ton of skeletons, and you're going to kill them all. And then you may have to search for chests, or you may have to collect some animals, or you might have to actually fight even more skeletons. I mean, it depends. And they're going to be even tougher. And the one thing we all got used to was how much we hate legendary skeletons.
God, they're annoying.
Yeah, they are. They just don't stop.
Anytime you're playing with a legend, the one thing that you always get in that game is if you've got a legend on your crew, the minute your foot touches the island, they're like, there's a legend here. 90 more skeletons than there would normally be on this island are all going to be here today.
You start to wonder if the island's actually like made out of skeletons at that point.
I mean, by the time we left, some of them were.
Yes. Yeah.
A proud moment that we definitely all could share on that one. We have eliminated some skeletons.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things, man. We tend to run the servers we're on.
Oh yeah,
especially if Sohn over there sees a little sloop that he wants to get his hands on.
Hey man, I like to confiscate other people's ships and put them to work. They're lazy. They need to work.
That's right. I still think the best thing about that now is group play. The fact that you can have closed ships, so you'll get that solo sloop guy that would go out that we'd run into before this last patch, and you couldn't get on his boat. He'd want to work with you, but you couldn't get on his boat. Now, if the solo sloop guy comes into the server, he's got an open spot because he's on a sloop, and a closed sloop has an open spot.
Which is really handy.
Oh yeah, because especially for a guy like Sohn, who, like I say, we go onto a server and we see the first little sloop, and it's like, oh, there's only one person on that one. Yep, it's about to be two because Sohn's going to be piloting that bad boy around here in just a minute.
Yeah, usually he's already off the ship and like heading towards it. Like, hey, you, stop! You work for me now.
That's right. That's right. That was so much fun, man. The first time, climbed aboard a ship and just told a dude he could either die or work for me. And he chose the right option. But that guy was fun to run around with because he just did everything that I said. Everything. Dude, no, you can't have that treasure. That's my treasure now.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious to listen to you at work on the first time that we started actually taking over other ships. Just hearing you going over as a diplomat, just being like, hey, you're now going to work for us. Or you see those other ships right there. We're going to sink you because we've already taken them over. Yeah. They work for us now.
Yeah, those are actually just waiting to come over here and see what your attitude's going to be about working for us. But yeah, where else you want to go? I mean, I know you've been up here real deep in Computex over the past week, looking at a whole bunch of stuff that they've got coming out. Said it wasn't the most exciting of Computex that has been in recent years, but they definitely made some major advancements in the case department that you seem really happy about.
Yeah, the Fantex Evolve X, man. This guy right here. It's a beautiful PC case. I'd like to do some water cooling in it. It'd be fun.
I'd like nothing more than to do water cooling in this machine right here.
You can see a lot of good views if you check out like Bitwit or Paul's Hardware. I think showed it, but Hardware Canucks definitely did the best video on it, I think.
Yeah, top-down review of the machine. I think they did a really good job of an empty case.
Yeah.
Because that was what I applauded them for the most, was the fact they did an empty case teardown where they were like, this is what's here, and would flash, all right, well, this is how it's used when you see it being used, but these are the spaces. This is what they're giving you to work on. I like the fact that they've added the thumb screws to the panels, so the panels don't click pop open anymore on the
whenever
side.
You're carrying it around.
Yeah. The drain port is addition right into the case is nice for you to put a drain port in. Of course, the drain port's not included. You're gonna have to put your custom loop in there, but that's nice. The increased airflow on the front panel, that's huge. It's just a beautiful case in general. I mean, I want to build in it really bad, but like I said, the other day, I've got an itch right now and really.
Well, it's a full RGB case, right?
Yeah, there's LEDs on this front panel. You can see, so that clicks out, and it actually has gold connectors on the, or gold contact points on the connectors. So the LED strips that are on this actually are powered through by connecting the front plate.
Yeah, and if you pull the front plate off, you see all of the LED go out, and it exposes your dust guard.
Yep.
It's on the inside of the case there.
Yeah, these pictures aren't the greatest for showing all that stuff, but it's a good case. Yeah, Computex didn't really seem to be too interesting. Kind of boring this year. Nvidia's not releasing any new graphics cards anytime soon. People were hoping to hear about that, but right now, NVIDIA's got the market cornered. AMD can't compete with them when it comes to performance. And
so the hype is going to just die down on GPUs in general anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw that they also had that cell phone. What was it called?
The Asus phone?
Yes. The ROG,
the ROG phone.
Oh, the G, the ROG.
Republic of Gamers. It's Asus's gaming moniker.
Which I thought that one was pretty neat for the people that are all about the cell phone games now these days, because I've seen that a lot of people are hardcore in cell phone games because they can take it anywhere with them.
Well, mobile gaming has definitely become a really big thing. You're seeing a lot of it with cell phones, tablets, stuff like that are being geared in that direction. Portable on-the-fly gameplay. One of the people who doesn't like to be talked about very much by anybody else, but that Tendo company, they seem to really be into that mobile market. And generally, when it comes down to it, you got to say that they kind of run the mobile market when it really comes down to mobile gaming, with the introduction of like that Game Boy way back when, all the way up until what they're doing with the Switch now, and the ability to both be able to have a home console and a mobile platform to take with you.
Yeah, that sucker's really nice.
Games, when your top earning game of 2017 was Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a complete mobile fortressing game. I played quite a bit of it. One of the hosts of another show that I've worked with, the 8-Bit Bros, those guys over there, Renderman of that crew, he's a big time Clash Royale guy. I was playing a lot of Lineage 2. That's like my mobile runaway game. If I'm out and about, I can pick that up and just kind of go around and quest and murder things for a while. It's also one of those games that you don't have to put a lot of time into. Like, you can just kind of let the game run, and it'll do its own thing as well. So for that, it's been a lot of fun. Big news we got coming up. I mean, we got E3.
That's going on right now, actually.
Xbox keynote just kicked off not too long ago, actually about the same time that we went on the air. We know that we've got the Bethesda keynote at 6:30 today, so that looks to be pretty exciting. Everybody's looking forward to what we're going to get out of Fallout 76 to find out what more of that story is going to be behind that game, what the evolution of Fallout is going to be in this franchise release.
Looks like they're showing some Sea of Thieves stuff right now.
Well, yeah,
I went ahead and just pulled up the stream and threw it in so people can kind of just see it.
Yeah, the one thing we're going to have to do is pull that back down. It can go up for a short period, but we can't run it in its entirety.
Yeah.
We can highlight if they put a ceased, like Xbox said, or Mixer said it'll be okay to run E3 coverage for the most part, but if you're sent a cease and desist, if they're sent a cease and desist, they will pull your channel. So it's a delicate procedure there. Yeah, they're definitely doing a good thing. With the Sea of Thieves developers are constantly keeping the community involved. They clearly have been listening to us when it comes to what we want in the game. They're adding everything in that we'd like to see. More and more content, more and more stuff. The one thing that we all keep saying that we want more of is I want to be able to dress more. The game's about peacocking. I just want more gear. Give me more paint schemes. Give me more skins. Just because I know outside of that, nothing else is really anything. But give me more skins. Give me more reasons to go out there and grind through this content and stay on top of getting this gold, earning this gold.
Right.
But their roadmap that's been put out in front of them, or put out in front of us by them, seems to be pretty good. Definitely going to be looking forward to, what do we got? Battlefield
5.
Battlefield 5, big release. Definitely going to be really looking into what's going on with that, how that's all going to play out.
So far, that's supposed to be set in, I think, World War II is what it's set in.
Yeah, World War II. Everybody's kind of been taken back a little bit by the fact that there's a British cyborg woman, is what they keep wanting to call her now, because she has she's an amputee.
Forza Horizon 4, I think, is being announced right now.
Yep, that would be Forza Horizon 4. That looks like it is being announced currently. Definitely being put out by Forza Studios. We'll see what their next stage in this is going to be. The game has been relatively entertaining so far. I know all of us here recently just went on, or a lot of our crew had just recently went on quite the tear into Forza Horizon 3, kind of revitalizing all of our driving spirit, I guess you'd say.
Oh yeah, you guys were playing that for like 2-3 weeks straight, just about.
Was it that long?
Yeah, between that and Forza 7, me and Rusty getting in over on the Forza 7.
Yeah, you guys are good. You guys are really good at that game.
I don't know if I'd say good as much as just highly invested. Considering I know that most of us have the Femtech Thrustmaster set.
I don't. I shafted getting that so I could get a new microphone and other things.
Well, so, that's always a good thing.
Yep, proper upgrades. I guess, that way we can
upgrades of the aficionado style.
Yeah, not that I really need it.
Well, not that I need it, but I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you guys.
Yeah, doing it for all the listeners. This is for you, listeners.
This is for you, listeners.
You'll get to hear my fucking burps and grunts much clearer soon.
Hey, isn't that like number one on everybody's list? Getting to hear your burps and grunts.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great thing.
Dolby Atmos audio.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Man, the clarity and definition on that burp, I have to say, my.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're right next to me.
I can smell it. Oh, whiskey?
Oh.
Ugh.
When did we get smell-o-vision? Jesus. What did you eat?
Well, if I was playing vampire, people. Just blood, just drinking blood, man. You know, it's good.
Don't worry about it. Just drinking blood.
Another game that we've been playing, man, that we haven't mentioned. Now I know it won't run on your laptop, Guru, but Dauntless, man. Forgot to mention Dauntless.
Oh yeah, running through the open beta process in Dauntless. A version thrown in, I guess you could comparatively, for most people who wouldn't know what it is, maybe you know what Monster Hunter Worlds is. It runs kind of like a Monster Hunter game. You've got a squad, you go to a place, you hunt down a ferocious beast, devastate it, and try and have as much fun as you can in the process. I know me and Stone are battling some certain things right now to where we're stuck in progress as far as being able to move forward, really, but it's because we need to build up gear. We need to get ourselves ready for the combat that they're introducing in front of us. We're set up, like, we got ourselves set up for the last lizard that we had to fight, and he was a shock type lizard, and he was a little smaller, and I know, Guru, you heard several of the matches between us going over there, and
oh yeah,
there were nightmare scenarios where we'd go over there, and it's like, I'm down. I just got into the... Yeah, I know. I'm down.
Like, he looked at me, and I just dropped to the ground going, what?
Yeah, and, you know, but we built up. We powered through it. We went and fought some other stuff. We got some gear. We come back, and we went, and we tore him up. Actually, we got carried in the one match, but we went back and we fought him since then, and we collectively have done a better job.
We've got another lightning lizard to fight.
Yeah, and he seems to be a whole lot more of a pain in the butt than the other one was.
But yeah, it's free to play, so anyone can play it. That's
yeah, I've
one
definitely been watching you guys play that, and it looks very enjoyable. Like, I played Monster Hunter. It's not a bad game whatsoever, but it looks like that game has a lot more depth to it whenever it comes to progression compared to Monster Hunter a little bit.
Yeah. I would definitely say that it is on the progression side. That you're starting to see a lot more of it. Also, everybody needs to remember when you go into Dauntless, this is a open beta, so you're getting a stripped down version of the game still. Even in its stripped down form right now, it seems to be very well polished. And
yeah, it is.
I haven't run into much as far as glitches or bugs or anything. So
that looks to be a tremendous amount of availability of play in Forza Horizon. You can crew up and run some pretty awesome open world quest
runs, it looks like. Yeah,
I just click back over to it. Yeah. Just bought all the DLC for Forza Horizon 3. I'll pick it up later.
Yeah, well, do we got a release date on that? Did you see during this that we've got a release date for this game at the moment?
I haven't seen one. I've been glancing at it every now and then on top of what we've been talking about, and I haven't seen anything. I'm going to actually look real quick.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything other than this sweet jump over a frickin' canyon and river.
Yeah, it looks... That's one of the things I was about to actually kind of... look at that. Man, that's amazing. Their multiplayer here, their group play seems to be a whole lot wide open than what the 8-player servers or 12-player servers or whatever it was that they had before, something like that. But it looks that they're trying to run a little bit more fluidly into from single player to multiplayer instead of having that crossover experience where you got to go, okay, we're going to a multiplayer server now. You can sign up to go join an event, and they'll automatically sync in to wherever the live event is to pull that player base together. So it definitely looks pretty exciting. I'm really on that Battlefield 5 hype. I can't wait to see where that's going and how that's going to turn out. I've been a long time Battlefield fan. Got a bunch of guys that I've run with for quite a long time that are still friends on my friends list that I'd say since Battlefield Bad Company 2 are my crew of guys. I mean, it's just like every time there's a new Battlefield coming out, we talk about it. Hardline kind of turned us off, and Battlefield 1 it didn't seem to have off the jump what we were looking for. But I've heard more that the game's gotten better since then. It's one of those that kind of turned itself around and is now a little bit better of a game than it originally had started out as. Everybody was kind of taken back by called it Battlefield 1, considering, it literally was the, sixth installment or something, sixth or seventh installment in the Battlefield franchise.
Yeah, I've played every single Battlefield all the way up until Hardline and 1. Those weren't my top favorites because I just felt like the mechanics from, all the other Battlefields all the way up to 4, once the mechanics that were in those were great in my opinion. Like they felt more realistic. But whenever I tried Hardline, and 1, it felt like the same kind of bullet drop, and certain things just wasn't there, it felt like, anymore. So right. I'm kind of really stoked to see if they're going to go back to the core of that kind of play style or feel in 5, definitely. And just on a side note real quick, Horizon 4 comes out October 2nd.
All right. Going to be another, it seems our fall lineup this year is going to be really exciting. The one game that led in with a lot of hype last year that kind of has fizzled out and really aggravated its fan base, you're seeing Destiny 2.
Now that you actually bring that up, how do you feel about the Chinese company that...
Tencent?
Yes, I think is their name.
Isn't it? I believe it's Tencent that gave... What'd they give Bungie? Like 100 million?
Yep. Yeah, 100 mil.
To be part of the development team for the future of Destiny. It seems to be also anybody who's part of that community. I mean, that the investment is good. The question is what they're going to do with it, what Activision's going to do with it, what Bungie's going to do with it, how that's. The thing I'm most excited for, I have to say, is their September update. The September update should bring fans back. If you were a fan of Destiny 1 and you feel like you were betrayed by Destiny 2, this is really going to be your game again. They're bringing back randomized weapons. They're bringing back specialized perk sets. They're not locking things behind paywalls like they've been doing. But yeah, that game's supposed to take a big turn towards maybe actual positive development. This year 2 reveal that you've got pulled up right now, it's gonna be interesting to see. I really want to tune in for their presentation.
3 new subclasses, huh? Oh yeah, they did that with the Taken King, yeah.
Yeah, they did. They added those in with the Taken King, but now you've got these 3 subclasses that are currently being run right now. And what's interesting for people is taking these classes and revamping them for a Destiny 2 Year 2 experience. it's exciting. This is the Taken King kind of excitement. It was something that really revitalized Destiny 1, and that was 3 years in on that project when, the Taken King really kind of hyped everybody back into the game and was like, yo, this is what we got going on. Here's, these decoration books that basically say, here's how you do things, here's how you get the items that you don't have yet. Here's here's how many enemies you've killed with this weapon type. I've killed 9,432 dregs with auto rifle. So everything's got that kind of feel. There's accomplishment barriers now. They've started the next season for the faction rallies.
Nice.
And throughout the entire season of this or throughout the entire season of Destiny right now, you will continue each faction rally to earn points towards gaining to level 50 in these factions. You can only pledge to one faction during the course of a season. Not like where each faction rally you could switch. This time it's throughout the course of a season. So if you're running 3 characters, you're only pledging to this faction, your very first one that you pick right here off the start, and you're going to be a part of it for the whole season. This season ends right as the announcement, right as the update should go for the next big patch for that game. There's still a lot of conversation on whether it's going to be a pay patch or whether or not it's going to be free to play. They're just going to give it to everybody. Well, it was a problem that they ran into when they did the first update. The first DLC played, and an entire chunk of the community got left out because they didn't buy the DLC. They were, testing the waters of the game, and Bungie was like, well, you were right to test the waters of the game, but you're not getting anything. You can have the base game, and that means you're stuck over there, which means multiplayer was out of the question because as soon as the game had its update for the first DLC, multiplayer was not an option for them anymore because there was map sets that they just don't have because they didn't buy the DLC. So they unlocked that. They gave it to everybody for free. There are certain things that now out of that DLC that, yes, you have to have the DLC in order to do it. Story progression and stuff like that, as far as knowing where the story progression goes, but it doesn't lock you out of the in-game PvP or the raid from the first one, being able to level up to that cap, even though you're not going to get the new gear because you don't have the DLC package that allows you to get into that new gear set. You could still go in and do the original raid and it not be level capped out of your range that you couldn't get to it.
Right.
So that's why I say there's a lot of suspicion under whether or not they're gonna maybe do this DLC possibly as a free-to-play thing. We're still a ways out. We all know it's Bungie Activision, aka Bungie Activision Blizzard now.
Yep.
Which means they're not gonna turn down money if people are willing to pay it.
Oh, hell no.
If the DLC can be put out there as a paid platform, they're going to go ahead and hold on to that model. I don't see a whole lot of reason stating that they would actually change anything.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks that for Destiny 1 to fall into place and be a good game, they had to release the Year 2 DLC, and it seems that's the way Destiny 2 is going. It's going to finally be a good game after a year.
Yeah. And the diehard community members that were part of the original development of this game that stayed with the 3 years and then jumped in for the first year of this game, they've been hurt. Destiny saw a major recoil from their community that they didn't expect. Everybody thought the development cycle would continue to go as it was. Everybody was already hurt because you told me a 10-year game when you gave me Destiny 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're telling me there's Destiny 2, so all right, well, that ends my 10-year plan. now is it a 10-year franchise plan that's laid out, and people got fired and scripts have been rewritten, and we all know that that's the way it's went down. Whether they tried to hide it or not, they were very unsuccessful, and the fans have gotten the information out of them. I know there's a convention that takes place in Florida called Destiny, or called Guardian Con. It was supposed to, when it was initially put together by the group of guys that put it together, they wanted to involve Bungie Activision directly as a Destiny booster to this Guardian Con thing. Destiny wasn't really interested in it, so these guys pushed forward and did their own development. They put a lot of time and money into it, and Guardian Con is in Tampa, Florida, and this year, if I'm not mistaken, they had something like 15,000 pre-registered tickets sale. So nice. It's not a Destiny event anymore. It kind of caters just to gaming as a whole. Yes, Destiny is kind of featured there because these guys still like playing Destiny every now and again. A couple of these creators were brought to the recent Bungie Summit. It was a Destiny Summit where they got all of these content creators together and was like, we want to let you know what we're doing with the game. We want to be honest with you. We want to give you the transparency to let you know what our game plan is. And we want your honest feedback on whether or not this direction is good for you and us, and whether or not this is going to help the game. And we're going to seriously consider everything that's said during the summit. So they sat down and they had a really good time. A lot of the content creators came back really hyped, and you kind of start to a little bit when all the content creators come back so hyped, because you're like, all right, well, we know it was a select group of people that were invited into this thing, and what type of manipulation went into, these guys coming out with such big smiles about a project that's still at the point that the summit was 6 months out.
Yeah, I was pumped for Destiny 1 whenever it first came out, but after hearing everything that was going on with Destiny 2, because that one I wasn't about to hop on the bandwagon with the hype train at least. But when Destiny 2 came out and they did what they did, I was just like, I can't give you my money. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to, if it seemed like you were going in the right direction, but like you said, Thump, you guys promised us you told us it was going to be a 10-year game, and it wound up being like a 4.5-year game.
Well, no, they got 3.5 years out of it before the announcement of, I think it was 3 years, and then the announcement of Destiny 2.
Right, and then it was like another year or so, and then Destiny 2 came out right after that?
It's like probably 6 months or less. I think you got 4 years out of Destiny, and then now you're into this new game. And it is funny that after Destiny 1's release, there was a lot of repairs that needed to be done, but we were prepared. As gamers, we were prepared for a long haul of adjustments. We didn't expect a great game right off the start, but we expected it to get better. And that's what they kind of were delivering. As the years went by with the game, they said, hey, 10 years, man, we're going to give you 10 years of development. And so as time went by, we saw the game get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And it kept driving people into it. And then what happened? All of a sudden, they kind of turned their back on the community and was like, yeah, here's Destiny 2. It'll be dropping into this year. And you're like, wait.
What?
Wait, how are we on to a Destiny? I thought Destiny was all we were supposed to have.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to get a Destiny 2. It's like, all right, so, all right, well, fine. Maybe because you're promising that you're letting go of the 360 and PlayStation 3 development cycle, so it doesn't have to be an underpowered, overfunded game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the consoles that it was being built for weren't the consoles it needed to be on. And so Destiny 2, a complete remodel from the ground up. It's for the next-gen consoles. It's built on that platform. It's not going to be available on 360. It's not going to be available on the PlayStation 3. We're just letting you know right now. We're moving on, and it's going to be completely dedicated to the new system hardware, Destiny 2. And we're like, all right, well, okay. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll take the ride with you. And I jumped in, and along with a bunch of other people, we all jumped into it. And immediately the feeling of the game went towards year one of Destiny, like day one, year one Destiny, and you're like,
yeah,
what is this? And then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks into owning Destiny 2, you're like, all right, so I've got every exotic in the game already. Well, I wanted them to be a little bit easier to get, but maybe not quite that easy to get. And so the bumps and bruises of Destiny 2, and then locking certain outfits behind paywalls, and which even in the most recent Iron Banner, they still have been guilty of. There was an emote that was $10 cash, real money, not like an in-game currency. The only way you could get this item was to get $10 and buy the emote.
For an emote, $10.
And it was only going to be there for the week of Iron Banner. So you're like forced into the situation of, well, the only way I'm definitely going to get it is if I spend the money to get the Sprite Dust to get into this. It's the only way. I don't see any other way of this actually happening. And so that really shifted a lot of people away from the game even more so. Then you had the announcement of the summit, and that you're going to see a DLC, and you're going to see a major adjustment in the game, and they know it's not going to fix it. And that was out of their own mouth. There's going to be a major change in the game, and we've already seen it with their more recent developments that as like this after that Iron Banner and other things. They're like, we know that this isn't going to fix what you're looking at, but we're going to get everybody together and get the plan out there. So they've taken those steps. Everybody seems to be real hyped about it. As gamers, we all know, though, you've got to be cautious about this hype. We don't know. We don't know how this hype's actually going to be delivered on the other end of it. It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for what these September actual announcements turn into, but on that, we don't really know. We got 3 minutes left here of our time for today, guys.
Oh shit! Really?
If
we kind of want to wrap this down and give everybody kind of where they can find us. You said you're going to be streaming after the fact.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and give my rundown real quick. I'm Thumping Loud. You know me from the 8-Bit Bros. Also now directly related here with the Angry Dandelion. This is going to be a tech show. It's going to be a boozy, beersy show. I'm going out with a Psychic Lasered Unfiltered Double IPA from Southern Tier Brewing Company. It's a extraordinarily layered flavored beer. Like I say, you can find me Thumping Loud everywhere. My Xbox gamer tag, my Steam tag, my Mixer, my Twitch, my whatever. You can find me pretty much everywhere. Instagram, all of that. Thumping Loud, ThumpNLOUD on pretty much every platform. And stay tuned, man. We're just getting started and really excited to start working with everybody.
And again, I'm Super Kami on the console. I'll probably be streaming right after this as well. It'll probably be Terra. I got to do a little bit of grinding on that end. You can find me basically everywhere as well, except for on Facebook for right now. I'm not on Twitch. I'm usually always streaming on Mixer. I do have an Instagram page as well. YouTube channel.
Super O2 everywhere.
Yes, O2. Yes, that is true. So, other than that, you'll be seeing me on the Angry Dandelions channel.
Yeah, starting together. You can find me everywhere as Sewn Together.
A few places still sewn together wrong.
Yep, still Sewn Together wrong on Twitter, but sewn together mainly with a 2 for the together because I'm cute like that. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped to keep moving forward with the radio show and the podcast here with everyone. Make sure to check out our Mixer, our YouTube, our Twitch. I'm streaming this out to all those right now, and if you're watching the stream, this is episode 0.5. Next, what are we doing? Wednesday? Are we on this Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday, 8 to 10, on Ironic Radio, the lovely network that's decided to bring us aboard and give us a shot to kind of give you our opinions. Definitely make sure and tune in for us on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That will be a weekly show, and we'll be kind of headlining you with Tech Talk of the Week, what we're doing in gaming, and as always, kind of what we've either gotten drunk on or are currently getting drunk on while we're talking to you. On that, take these last couple seconds to, again, thank the network, Ironic Radio, for having us on, and greatly appreciate it. On that, we'll catch you Wednesday.
See you till then.
Later. All right, we done on the radio now?
Yep. We are done on the radio.
All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here.
Break that down, then break that.